In a quiet kingdom of shimmering valleys and golden rivers, there lived a girl who could shape beauty from fire. Her name was Elara, the glassblower's daughter. Each morning, she woke before the sun to feed the furnace's heart. Her father's breath had once filled the fire, but now the furnace burned for her alone. Villagers came from far and wide to watch her spin molten glass into birds, stars, and flowers. They said she worked with a magic touch, though Elara only smiled and said, "The magic belongs to the light." But beauty, as every tale warns, never hides for long. One day, a royal messenger came with a command. The Queen of Lysoria herself desired a mirror, the most perfect mirror ever made. A crimson carriage arrived at Elara's workshop. Soldiers in silver armor stepped aside as the queen entered the workshop, tall, pale, crowned in gems. Her reflection wavers strangely in the glass around her. Elara bowed low as the queen entered, her beauty cold as frost. "Make me a mirror," the queen said, "one that shows not what we seem, but what we are." Elara hesitated. "Your Majesty, such truth may wound." The queen smiled, a smile sharp as a blade. "Then let it cut," she said, "for beauty deserves no lies." Elara labored through 7 nights and 7 dawns, mixing starlight with silver tears. And on the 8th night, the mirror opened its eyes. Its surface rippled, whispering with unseen voices. The air shimmered, and curiosity pulled her close. When she gazed into it, she did not see herself. She saw the queen, clawing at her reflection, her face cracking like glass. Behind her, shadows of 100 broken mirrors glimmered like ghosts. The queen's desire was clear as daylight, to steal youth itself from those who gazed upon her. And as the mirror whispered its truth, a voice behind her hissed, "You've looked too deeply, child." Cursed for her trespass, Elara fled into the forest. The queen's magic twisted within her veins. Each lie she spoke brought thorns bursting through her skin. She learned silence quickly, for silence was kinder than pain. Days passed, her feet bled, her heart burned. Until one night, beside a silver stream, a voice called, "You shouldn't wander alone." He claimed to be a wanderer, lost and cursed, doomed to speak only lies. "You're safe with me," he said, and shadows stirred at his feet. Yet there was gentleness in him. They traveled together, she speaking only truth, he speaking none. Between them, silence bloomed like a fragile hope. One night, he turned to her and whispered, "There is one truth I wish I could tell." She smiled sadly. "Then tell it with your eyes." But the river rippled, and the mirror rose from the depths, whispering in the voice of the queen. 2 curses, 2 lies, 1 truth to break them both. The prince trembled. "Then hear mine," he said, and for the first time he spoke the truth. "I am the queen's son. She cursed me for defying her hunger for eternal youth." Elara's breath caught. She understood. Their fates were tangled from birth. "To end her curse," he said, "you must break mine. Speak your deepest truth, the one you fear most." Elara wept. "I fear that if I am loved, it will destroy us both." The moment her words left her lips, the mirror cracked, not with hatred, but with light. Elara, trembling and bloodied, knew what ought to be done as she set out to the palace to face the queen. The hallway to the throne room was a grand hall lined with tall mirrors. The queen stands before them, surrounded by dozens of reflections showing her at different ages: child, maiden, crone. With each step Elara took, she was transformed. No longer cursed, the thorns have turned into crystal embroidery along her sleeves, and the shards of glass as silver armor. Elara set the mirror before the throne. "Your Majesty," she said softly, "behold yourself." The queen laughed, but the sound broke midway as the reflection in the mirror turned to dust. Behind that fading illusion stood not a goddess of beauty, but a lonely woman with eyes that had forgotten how to cry. The queen gasped, and in that gasp, her curse unraveled. The mirror shattered, its shards blooming into 1,000 scarlet thorns. Each thorn glowed, and from them light spilled over the kingdom. The forests breathed again, the rivers sparkled, the people awake from their vanity and grief. Elara's thorns faded to scars of crystal. She had lost her beauty, but gained her freedom. As dawn rose, the queen fell to her knees, whispering, "Daughter." And though Elara's lips curved into a gentle smile, she only said, "The truth has set us both free." The morning sun poured through the broken glass, painting the hall in red and gold. In a quiet meadow, a red rose grows where Elara once stood. And so the glassblower's daughter vanished from the world's sight, but her reflection remained in every mirror that dares to tell the truth. If you look closely, in the stillness of dawn, you might see her smile, calm and kind, reminding you that truth, though painful, blooms into beauty everlasting.